Hola, chicas. So I am not here today on Friday, and I just have some stuff for you to do. So you will have this video to watch. You should have this in your updates in Schoology, but it's also here in your schedule we will follow. So you want to watch the commands. You want to stop at 6:25 because that's where they start talking about the subjuntivo. So just watch it till about 6:25. You can take notes along the way, do any practices that they are asking of you in the video. And then now what I want to do is I want to review your homework that was due for today. So if you can take that out, it is this homework here. So if you want to pause this video and get your homework, we can just go through the forms. So basically for ser, there's going to be two different forms. We're going to have se for the positive, like se chévere, and no seas if it were negative, like no seas antipática or no seas cruel. So you could say something like no seas cruel or se amable. So you wanted to do two examples in your thing. So you could say like se amable siempre and maybe like no seas antipática. Don't be mean. So now you can tell people, you can boss people around. For número dos, poner. So just check your work. This was homework. You should have had pon for the positive, and then the negative would be no. You're going to take poner with the yo form, which is pongo. You're going to add as because it's an er verb, so it'd be no pongas. No pongas tus pies en el sofá, for example, or pon atención. So that would be an example. Pon atención en la clase. Pay attention. No pongas tus pies en. You could just do one example here. And then tener, you have ten. So if you say like ten cuidado or ten paciencia. And remember, for the negative form, you're going to say no, and then you're going to take tengo, which is your yo form, and you're going to add, since it's an er verb, as, so you say like no tengas miedo. No tengas miedo, todo, no pasa nada, no tengas miedo. Salir is going to be sal. Like if it says sal de la clase or sal de mi cuarto, or no salgas. No salgas tarde para la escuela. Or no salgas de la clase. Venir, you're going to have two forms. You're going to have ven, which is come like ven aquí. Or you also could have the negative form, no vengas. No vengas a mi fiesta. Or no vengas tarde a la clase. So those are some examples. Ir, you're going to have ve a clase, go to class. Or you're also going to have, there's not many irregulars for the negatives, but one of them is ir. So you're going to have vayas. So you would say like, no vayas. No vayas a Mexico, ¿verdad? Or no vayas a Starbucks mucho. So no vayas. So you really want to memorize that form vayas. It's a little irregular. And then this year is going to be di for the positive, and then digo is our yo form. We know it's an ir verb, so it would be no digas. No digas mentiras a tus padres. No digas mentiras, or don't tell lies. Or you can say di la verdad or dime la verdad. Tell me the truth. So dime, remember you can attach your pronouns right to the positives. For the negatives, no me digas la verdad. So, yeah, this one. No me digas mentiras. Don't tell me lies. So when you have a pronoun, either a reflexive, an indirect, or a direct, you're always going to put your pronouns before your conjugated, or your command, not your conjugated verb. For the positive, those you just add them. So you say like dime or no me digas before for the negative. The last one we have here is hacer. So that's going to be haz. So you say like haz la tarea or haz tu cama, make your bed. Haz tu cama. Or we might have a negative form, which would be hago in the yo form. We know we take hago, we take off the o, and since it's an er verb, we're going to add as, so it would be no lo hagas. Don't do it. No lo hagas, for example. So those are your forms. Down here, if you want to tell someone to write, you would say escribe. Or if it were negative, no lo escribas or no escribas. Corre rápido. Corre rápido. If it were negative, though, what would you say? No corras rápido. So corras, no corras. If you want to tell someone to print a document, you would say imprime. Imprime el documento. From imprimir, to print. So then what would our negative form be for that? You didn't have to write these, but let's just try to say it, think of it out loud. No imprimas muchos documentos porque es malo para el planeta y los árboles. If you want to tell someone to raise their hand, you would say levanta. Levanta la mano. Or if it were reflexive, like get yourself up, you would say levántate. What about if you say don't raise your hand, from levantar? No levantes la mano. To someone to live their life, you would say vive tu vida. Or you might say no vivas en el futuro. Don't live in the future. No vivas. So that's your negative because it's vivir. To tell someone to watch less television, you would say mira menos televisión. Mira menos la televisión, or mira menos televisión. And if you want to tell someone don't watch television, you could say no mires tanta televisión, ¿verdad? Don't watch so much television. So you want to tell someone to raise your hand, you would say levanta la mano. Or levanta tu mano. Be careful. Ten cuidado. Go to the bathroom. That's irregular. So we have ve. So you always want to kind of check out and see, are those regular or irregular? So you have here, you have ve from ear. You have poner is pon. Tener is ten. Venir is ven. Salir sal. As and say. So you have some irregulars. So for that one, you would say ve al baño. If you want to tell someone don't go to the bathroom, what would you say? The negative form would be no vayas. No vayas al baño tanto durante la clase de español. I always see students going to the bathroom, so I say no vayas al baño. Si necesitas, tú puedes, though. Be good. So we know ser is irregular, it's sé. So we'd say sé buena. Or say chévere, be cool. Say amable. Study for the exam, we can say estudia. Estudia para el examen. Or if it were negative, you would say no estudies. No estudies. Buy it. Compra would be buy, but cómpralo, we know we can attach. And then since we have that cómpralo, we have it on our accent on the O. Now, what if I want to say don't buy it? What would I say? No lo compres. No lo compres. No lo compres. Look at me. Mírame. Run faster. Corre más rápido. Eat it. Cómelo. Tell the truth. Di la verdad. No digas mentiras. Don't tell lies. I'm just going to add that. No digas mentiras. Do the homework. Or do it. Hazlo. Or haz la tarea. Use it. Something feminine. Úsala. Úsala. So you can add, what if you want to say don't use it though? So remember, with the positives, we attach our pronouns. But with the negatives, you would say no lo uses. Don't use it. Put it in the garbage. We have ponlo. We can attach it. Ponlo en la basura. And if I wanted to say don't put it in the garbage, I would say no lo We're going to take poner. What's our yo form? Pongo. And how would I say don't put it? It's ER, so it would be ES, so it would be no lo pongas en la basura. So now what you can do, these are the last couple activities for the class. You can go around, you want to find someone who can say and write the following. So if you go up to Amanda, for example, and she can say, come here, she has to say it out loud, what it is. It has to be correct. So maybe check with another student. Obviously, I'm not here to check, so do your best. You guys can both decide if it's right. And then Amanda could sign, or you could just write Amanda here. So basically, you want to try to get, let's say 5 in a row or 4. Maybe we should do cover all, though. That's what I'm thinking. So do cover all, actually. So that means that once you get all of them filled, you can win and then come get a piece of candy out of my basket. So you should have all of these filled, not 5 in a row, like I just said, but you want to get all of the squares filled to be able to win the bingo. Whoever gets that first can get the piece of candy and then sit down. The next thing you want to do is you want to go over to the side table, which with the lights on it, and you're going to see some copies there. And the copies are going to look like this. It's going to say 2 form commands, -2 commands. You want to do this for your homework. And what you have to do, read this, what it says. Write in the verb in Spanish first. So for dime, you want to write what the verb is, the infinitive. And then you want to say what they mean in English. So what is dime? What's no me digas? Do that. And you do not have to do this. Don't do this second page. But you do want to do this next page. So this is practice for your pets, mascotas. And so you want to write out the infinitive. So for example, hablar. And you want to write what the command means, speak. And then you want to write what the command means, and the first one's done for you. So you want to do all of that. And if you want to look down here at these pictures, just think about what they might mean. And that's it. And I will see you in class next time we see each other. It should be Monday. And then we'll go over some of this work that you did. And that is it. Muchas gracias.